What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at all of the new LEGO Marvel minifigures for summer 2020. Now, before anybody says it, there are a few sets that are still to come out. Those being the Avengers Tower, the Iron Man Armory, and things like that. But these are the sets that are out and officially released as of the end of June here in the United States. So once those figures come out, we'll definitely review them and take a look. But considering how much new stuff there is to look at, I wanted to go ahead and do that today. But for today's video, we're going to do something interesting too, and we're actually going to rank them from worst to best. So let's go ahead and do that and dive right in. So it should come as no surprise that in dead last we have the AIM Agent. Now, I absolutely hate these guys because they come in literally every single summer 2020 LEGO Marvel set. Literally every single one except for the Spider-Man sets, of course, and the 4+ Avengers Tower. So I hate these guys because I have so many of them. I don't particularly love the designs to begin with, and after you get 2 or 3 of them, they just start to pile up and get annoying. So unfortunately, these are dead last for me on my list. And pretty much the entire bottom tier of figures here are all ones we've gotten before, and that makes Spider-Man come in at number 14 on this list, just because we've gotten him so many times, and I'm just kind of sick of getting this same exact figure over and over. There are so many Spider-Man suit variants that LEGO could give us, and they continually give us this one year after year, so I'm just ready for something new, and that's why he comes toward the bottom. And a lot like the AIM Agent, Iron Man comes in at number 13 on this list just because he comes in so many freaking sets. He comes in the Helicarrier, the Hulkbuster, the Iron Man Mech, the 4+ Tower, the Avengers Iron Man Armory, and the Avengers Tower. So he comes in so many sets. And again, once you get like 1 or 2 of them, you just start to get sick of having so many of this figure. Now, the helmet does lift off, and you can see he's got the same face that Tony had from the Endgame sets, so that is a really great face, don't get me wrong, but I'm just so sick of having so many of this figure, and that's why he is at number 13. Up next is Thor, coming in at number 12 on this top 15 list, and I'm just, again, you know, it's a great figure, don't get me wrong, it's just we've gotten him 3 times at this point. Thor comes in the Black Panther 2020 set from the Winter Wave, so, you know, that's the first place he showed up. He comes in the Helicarrier, and then he comes again in the 4+ Tower. So it's a great figure, don't get me wrong. He's got some great printing on the back there. He's got a great cape. The Mjolnir's always good. The face is the Ragnarok face with the, you know, lightning eyes on one side, and that blonde hair really looks great. So it's not a bad figure. It's just when you start to get so many of them, you get tired of looking at them, and it pushes him toward the bottom of the list. Coming in at number 11, we have Venom, and this figure is very cool, don't get me wrong, but he's come in several sets already, so, you know, it is a bummer. Now, he's a little higher on the list than the other ones because he comes with these cool black web accessories that look great, you know, this kind of like scythe hammer thing here, these black webs coming out of his arms, and this little web shield really look fantastic. It's just a bummer that we have gotten him so many times, so that's why he comes in at number 11. Coming in at number 10, we have Nick Fury, and Nick is an awesome figure. This figure in particular with this design debuted with the Spider-Man Far From Home Stark Jet, but we've got him again this time around in the Helicarrier, which is really, really cool. It's a great figure. I actually think it's one of the better LEGO Marvel figures in general, just because it looks so much like Sam Jackson. And I love the little bit of scarring around his eye that you can see printed there that runs through, and it honestly just looks so good all around. So Nick Fury brings us into our top 10 segment. So from here on out, number 9 being the Iron Spider, we've actually got all new figures for summer 2020. Now, that's not to say that these figures may not have appeared before, but the designs themselves are new, and that's exactly the case here. Because we did get Iron Spider several years ago in the Sandman Rhino team-up set from like 2015 or something like that, and that was the first time we got that Iron Spider. And then of course we got the MCU Iron Spider from Infinity War, but this is another version of the comic one, and it honestly is kind of like the PS4 video game version, but not an exact clone or anything. Still a great figure, not crazy about the arms, but the design itself is good, and if you missed out on that first Iron Spider, this is a great way to get caught up. Here we've got the Big Fig Hulk, and he comes in the 4+ Avengers Tower set. Really one of the only reasons you might want to get that set, because this figure is really fantastic. He's got a very nice olive green skin color with those very bright purple pants, a great smirk, and he's got the newer ruffled style hair, which looks really good. The only weird thing about this figure, I didn't even mention this in the review of the set, is it always weirds me out when Hulk doesn't have the toes ingrained or even printed on the foot. It's like, where are his toes? But I guess Lego figures don't have toes, so I guess it does make sense now that I talk about it out loud. But Hulk comes in at number 8. Riding in at number 7, we have the new 2020 Loki, which is a really great looking figure. You can see he's got some printing on the back as well, which is very nice. Got a very nice vibrant green cape. No printing on the other side of the head, and my Loki's face printing is really thick. He's got some really thick eyebrows. Dude could use a spa day. In any case, I really wish that he had leg printing. That would have been a nice addition, but the torso is really cool, and we haven't had Loki for quite some years, basically since Thor Ragnarok. So it's nice to get another Loki figure in case you don't have one in your collection yet. It's just a shame he comes in a set that's so horribly overpriced. You should check out my review on my channel if you haven't already. Alright, so number 6 gives us Rescue Pepper Potts. Now this is based off of the comic armor, which is really cool. Look at that great back printing. So amazing. It's a really great figure, and she comes in the Hulkbuster set, which is pretty nice. It's of course got the new style Iron Man helmet for the printing, and the face is the same one that they used on the Avengers Endgame version of Rescue, but it's definitely a welcome figure, and it's cool to get some of these more obscure comic book characters. Not that she's super obscure, but, you know, she's probably the most obscure character from this wave, so welcome addition. Up next, we have the 2020 Black Widow, which a lot of people are excited about, if for no other reason than the arm printing. Great for making purist customs, and truthfully, there aren't a ton of LEGO Marvel figures that have arm printing to begin with, so it's a really cool addition on this figure in particular. The head is the Jyn Erso head, which has come on a million different figures over the years, but it's still a really fantastic looking figure, and she comes in at number 5 on the list. I'm definitely excited about adding this one to my collection, and I'm definitely glad to have it, especially with that arm printing. Number 4 is Falcon, and Falcon is an awesome figure this time around, especially for making purist customs with these red and white legs, and the face is really great too. I love those red goggles, and we get 2 great expressions for the figure that really round it out. Now, he only comes in one set, and that is the Avengers accessory pack, the Falcon Black Widow team-up. So, only one way to get this figure as of this video being made, and it is a fantastic one, so you really need to pick that up if you haven't already. Alright, it's top 3 time, and number 3 is Spider-Ham. Now, this is a great, great figure. I absolutely love the printing. Look at the spider peg on the back of his torso. He's got a little bit of a gut printed on the front torso, and a brand new headpiece with the ears going back and everything. It's just a fantastic figure. No doubt he's got to be in the top 3, and he comes in at number 3 because he's a great figure that comes in the Venomsaurus set, so definitely a cool one. Coming in at number 2, we have the Captain herself, Captain Marvel. I love this figure. Some amazing, amazing printing on this figure. We've got hip printing, leg printing, torso printing. It just looks fantastic. And I love that it's a new head underneath, too. It seems like it would have been so easy to give her that same Jyn Erso head from Star Wars, but to get a brand new head is just so amazing, and I absolutely love this figure because, again, you can switch out the hair, you can put on the red helmet, you've got the blonde mohawk piece that goes in there. Show you what that looks like there. You can see how that little peg goes into that top hole and rounds it out, and it is just amazing. I love those white eyes in there, and hopefully we get a Batman minifigure like that at some point, but Captain Marvel comes in at number 2. And at number 1, we have the 2020 War Machine. I'm curious if you guys could have guessed that this would have been my number 1, but it is just such a fantastic figure. Leg printing, torso printing, the helmet printing looks great. He's got the Infinity War Endgame style head, which looks really good. He's got the display on the back, and I absolutely love all the weaponry. He's got these 2 accelerators on the bottom here, this kind of decked machine gun on this side, and then this stud shooter here that just rounds out to make an absolutely fantastic figure, and he comes in the Helicarrier set, so it's a pretty penny to get the set that he comes in, but man, this figure alone makes that set worth considering getting at the very least. So let's zoom out, take a final look, and give a final overview of the 2020 summer minifigures. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe for more LEGO videos just like it, and let me know if you agree with this list. Drop a comment below, maybe let me know your top 5 figures or something like that, and we'll see how they matched up. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next video, and until next time, build on. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.